Hi everybody, welcome to Jana's Crochet Journey. Today's January 4th, 2025. I know it's been a little bit since I put a video up, but we all know the holiday season is busy, besides working and everyday life. This looks a little crooked. Let me fix it. All right, I hope everybody had a fantabulous holiday season through Thanksgiving, Christmas, the New Year, all the things. Mine was great. Busy besides work, so that's why, it's been a hot minute since I've been on here. I will say the blanket that I was making with the different squares has been put into a project bag. I had way too many squares to finish to complete that blanket, and since it was for Christmas, the week of Christmas, I just decided I need to move on because I wasn't going to finish. That's why I feel like when you're going to do something for a holiday, you really got to start it in advance. So next year, I will pick it up again and finish it. I have my squares in a plastic tote and all my yarns in a project bag with the pattern. So hopefully I'll get back to it. For what I've been working on, so as of Christmas week, I stopped working on that blanket. And at that point, my granddaughter was born. So that was fun and exciting. I had family over for Thanksgiving and then for Christmas, just to do all the things. So what I was working on was a little bit here and there, but nothing major. With the new year, I really want to focus on smaller things. I always seem to be getting myself into big projects that take me forever, and either, like with the Christmas blanket, season passes, or I get bored and I'm like, I'm ready to move on. So one small thing I started, I had one cake that of this Yarnspirations Bernat Velvet Stripes in the colorway Hemlock Shadow. I'm sure everyone's familiar. I only had the one. So I saw Rose from Rose Likes Crochet and Lisa from Happy to Hook. They make hair scrunchies. They're so soft, they say, and I love the feel of this yarn. So I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hair scrunchies. I did not color control, but because the colors are so long, it was pretty much, they almost came out solid. Actually, I got 9. I made 9, and then I'll show you what I did with the rest. This one has a two-tone, which someone has a certain outfit, they could have it so this ends up on the top, or if they don't like it, they can make sure it ends up on the bottom. But these are all the colors in that cake. Again, 9 total. We did Secret Santa at work, and I got a girl, so I put 1 in her bag, and then I gave 1 away for Christmas. And the plan was that when my daughters and my son's girlfriends, wives, came over, I was going to have them each pick one. And wouldn't you know, I was so distracted by the grandbabies that I forgot. So I still, girls, if you're watching, want to give you each one of these. You crochet around a hair tie that you get, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, anywhere if you want to go the cheaper route. And I half double crocheted around the whole thing, kept pushing them tighter together, and then I did 3 doubles in each half double, and that's how you get like the frillies. And the more half doubles that you can get on that hair tie, the more ruffly it'll look. And you can, fidget around with it and fix it the way you want it to. So I figured that after 9, that was enough. And I took the rest and made like this little lovey out of it, just without the middle and, where it doesn't go around a stuffed animal, because one of the grandkids will probably end up with this as like a car seat blanket. So when they get ready to go, in the car, they can have this nice soft blanket to snuggle up with, so that not necessarily mom or dad has to, drag out the big favorite blanket that grandma has previously crocheted. Alrighty, so for the hair scrunchies, I used a 7mm hook with the velvet yarn. The next thing, I've previously shown this book. It's called Fun Animal Pillows by Christy Simpson, and I got mine on Thrift Books. And I previously made the bunny and the bear, and I made the bear for my first grandson, who turned 2 in September. And then talking with my daughter of my other grandson, she's like, you hadn't made one yet for her son. And I was like, I didn't, because memory, all the crocheting. So I looked in my yarn, and you can't see it, but I got my 2 or 3 other bookshelves out of storage and extended the wall behind me, so that almost all of the boxes of yarn that were stacked up here are in bookshelves. Plus there was some other tall shelving things here that I just dragged over and made. So in that, I had this Millens. It's Fashion Plus, amazing value, like a velour, basically velvet, Millens. I couldn't tell you where I got these, because I don't know if it was Yarn Inspirations, Mary Maxim, I don't even remember. But I was on a Millen kick for a while because you couldn't beat the price. So I found a couple bags of those. And in there was this green and white minty. So I decided to use that for my grandson that will be 2 this month to make his bear. And I chose the bear out of all the ones because not only because I did it before, but it works up really quick. And depending, so the pattern says a 5mm hook, and I want to say they used a 4-weight. Yes, they used a 4-weight yarn. I'm going to say this velour, like this velvet, I mean, this velvet's a 5 that I used for the hair scrunchies, and that yarn feels very similar. So I'm going to say that's a 5 as well. So for the bear, I used a 6mm hook with that mill end yarn, and the pattern, you can put the pocket on there. I did not the first time, and I didn't this time either. So I want to look in my stash of eyes, and I think I have some noses, but if I don't, I might just order some on Amazon. It says 12mm safety eyes. I have plenty of fiber fill, and worst case I can crochet the nose, but I don't know. So right now I have the 2 pieces, and so I crocheted the muzzle, and you have to mark the right side. So I have to decide if I have a nose big enough, because I believe I have a couple noses, and then you could take embroidery and make, you know, the black marks, and then check my eyeballs. So right now, and the scariest part is you make 2 pieces and you're like, oh my God, I hope they line up together. But came out good. So these are the 2 pieces. And what you do is you do the muzzle first. You put the nose on the muzzle, get your eyes where you want them, sew this on because it's way easier beforehand, and then you just start slip stitching around until you leave yourself an opening to start putting up the fiber fill, or you can go, you know, halfway, get the head the way you want it, and then keep going, and then it's done. I can't remember, is there a tail? No tail. So that's fine by me. It's something less I have to make. So there's that. Once I complete it, I will show everybody how it came out. Again, I want to have it done for my grandson's birthday, which is in the middle of the month. And then I need to make another one for my granddaughter that was born in December. And let me grab the yarn real quick. All right, so this, again, Fashion Plus velour, and this. And I haven't decided on the pattern. And I will say, some of the patterns would look better changing the color. So here's the back, and it shows you the different ones. And then just an owl, which I don't know. I'm decided whether to do the bear again or do the bunny, but I'm not like switching colors. I just want to do the continuous velour and, you know, just keep things as simple as possible. Like, I am totally in this stress-free situation of I want to do what makes me happy and yet still make things for the grands because, you know, I love to crochet. So I don't know, stay tuned. But I have my yarn picked out for her. So that'll be another thing to make. And then one of my Christmas gifts that I received earlier than Christmas, my youngest son, who's in the Air Force, him and his wife came up to visit, and my ornament for the tree let me know that I was going to be a grandma again. Yay! And we know it's a boy. So I'm going to look in the velvet yarns that I have left, which is up here, and then see if I have any more mill ends. I can't remember if the couple boxes that I had left over there have any in them, but I still have a crap ton of totes in storage full of yarn. But if not, I'll just use one of my cakes to make him an animal. He's due in June, I believe. I already purchased an animal. I know you can't see it that well, but a monkey. And I debating whether to make a lobby with him or just make a blanket. So that means I also need to make another sweater set. Thing is, he's going to be born when it's starting to get warm. So I'm probably going to have to pick a lighter cotton or make it a bigger size so that when the weather starts getting a little crappy, then he can wear it. So that'll be another thing I need to make up my mind about. And I have time to do it. I just don't want to wait till the last minute, you know. I showed the sweater set that I made my granddaughter, hoping she had a tiny little head to fit that hat, because I wasn't sure the hat fits her because she was a little peanut. So perfect. And the last thing is I wanted to show you 3 books that I got. 2 of them I got from one of my daughters for Christmas, and the other one was a little Christmas gift to me that I got off of Amazon, which you probably could find it cheaper on thrift books, maybe, but I didn't look. So this is Crochet Ragdolls, 30 Animals and Friends to Snuggle by Sasha Blaze Van Wakendonk, and I'm sorry if I butchered her name. She wouldn't watch me anyways. But here's the book. And I was looking through it because I wanted to make some rag dolls that, you know, the kids could snuggle without having to stuff the whole thing. I kind of did that myself previously off of this book that I just showed you, but I wanted a book where it was actually a part of the pattern. And I want to see, I wasn't sure if there was a page that kind of had them all a little better than the front, but in the book it gives you like yarn choices, and depending on your yarn choices will tell you how big things go. Let me just flip to one really quick. And the pieces are all separate, but I don't know, the assembly looks fairly simple. So I am definitely going to make some out of that. Let's see. So the author uses DK yarn. I don't know. Like, I really do not have DK yarn. When I moved, I sold a lot of it. I think the only 3-way that I might have maybe some ice cream yarn and cotton. So I will use at least the 4-weight, which I got plenty of colors back here I need to start rocking through. And let's see. The safety noses, safety eyes, fiber fill. The author seemed to go with the Scrunchies. So, it doesn't say here what hook size, but I won't use a 3-way. I'll definitely use at least a 4, adjust my hook to the yarn, and it'll just be a little bigger. I'm fine with that, you know? So yeah. And they give you difficulty levels. So that one's a 2. Just trying to see. I'd have to look a little farther into it. Oh, okay. So skill level. 1, looks like it's a ball of yarn. 1 ball of yarn with a hook is for beginner, 2 is advanced, 3 is intermediate, 4 is advanced intermediate, and 5 is advanced. So, you know, we'll see. I'll start with a 1 ball, see what animal that is, and then take it from there. But again, this is the cover. Oops, that one looks like it might be a little harder because of the hair and stuff, but I'll let you know. So that was a gift to myself because I wanted the Ragdoll. So then the 2 books that my one daughter got me was, and these were both on my Amazon wish list, and she shopped from there because you can't go wrong with shopping for people from their wish list. This is called A Modern Guide to Granny Squares by Celine Seymour and Leonie Morgan. Let me show you. If you can see. I saw this book and I was like, ooh, because I love granny squares. And you could do a blanket and just make every square different. So for this one, again, you base your hook size on your yarn choice, and then it tells you how to use the book in the guide. Like there's 3D flowers and rainbows, and depending on how many yarn balls is how difficult it is. 1, 2, or 3. So that is something that I can't wait to get into. So let's say they give you a square, and then they give you, like, if you wanted to do different type of colors. And and then they'll like give you projects, let's say. So I think that looks pretty cool. So that is something that I would love to get started on as well, because, you know, it's not this big project that, you know, I'm like. And then the other blanket she got me was other book for blankets she got me was Mosaic Crochet Workshop, Modern Geometric Designs for Throws and Accessories by Esme Crick and Mosaic, which I love. I still have the Mosaic blanket that I was working on a while back. I still have to finish the one section, and then the section that I started with, I want to end with. I need to get that done, but gosh, so many things going on. Anyways, just to give you an example, they give you the pattern for, like, say, the mosaic crochet, which love. And you don't have to put the tassels on. That's just your choice. And then once they teach you the print, they give you, like, here, try it in this colorway. And the best way to do mosaic is to have two colors opposite of each other on the color wheel, a light and a dark, and that makes that pattern pop. And then they give you other designs that you could take that mosaic pattern for and turn it into. So there it is again. And you don't have to do the pom-poms. You don't have to put tassels. It's just something to spruce it up a little bit. So yeah, that's all I got, my friends. I just wanted to get back on here and thank my crafty yarny friends for hanging around, even though I've been a little busy to get on here, but hopefully I can at least once every 2 weeks get on here and show you something, even if they're shorter videos. My goal is to try and get smaller, simpler things done so that I feel like I've accomplished something. I know I've said it before, but you know, I only have so much time to crochet in a day. Even if in the morning when I'm having my coffee, it's just a couple rows. But I want to be able to, once every 2 weeks, get on here and say, hey, look, I put 3 rows on my project from 2 weeks ago. I just don't want to lose contact with everybody because I love the conversations that we have in the chat and sometimes the emails, because people just don't want everything out there and feel like maybe their questions are stupid or something. But hey, that's how we all learn, is by asking questions. So thank you everybody for taking the time out of your day to see what I've been up to in these last couple months, to realize that I'm still here and I'm not going anywhere. I just hadn't had time to really upload anything. And please like, subscribe, share if you want to, leave a comment down and we can have a chit chat, and I'll see you next time. Bye.